Okay, you guys back? Let's see. Got some. Yeah, we have a few people. All right, so what we're gonna do today is we need to do Etherchannel or a port aggregation, whatever you want to call it. And we have two standard or two ways to do it. We can use the Cisco implementation, or we can do the LACP. So it's not really hard, but you have to follow some steps. And sometimes you need to see in comparison to STP. So let's take a scenario. Let's see if I have. I was doing something yesterday. Let's see if we have Etherchannel. Let's see. I don't know if I saved it, to be honest with you. Okay, anyway, so if we go to packet tracer, let's see the most recent one. When I do recent file, Etherchannel is right here. Let's see. Anyway, so I prefer to do a new one, so just in case. Let's see.
Mrs. Charif, are you recording this?
I will. Let's see. Well, I close my packet tracer. Okay, record. I'm going to start recording. So what I'm going to do, we need to launch packet tracer. I thought I did, but I messed up. Okay. And there we go. We need to select three switches. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3. So now, unable to do Ether channels, I cannot use gigabit, because it's going to be off balance. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Ethernet. So I'm going to connect this one, Fast Ethernet 1 with Fast Ethernet 1, Fast Ethernet. Well, let's do first regular one. And the reason why I'm going to show you why I'm going to do that. So let's see, this is 24 here and three and four, three right here. So because now we have equal cost right here, because we have fast Ethernet, fast Ethernet, fast Ethernet. So what's the cost? So each one costs 19. Each link is cost 19. So 19 here, 19 here, 19 here, as we're using fast Ethernet. So as you can see, which one you think is the root bridge? Can you tell which one has the root bridge? Well, let's name those switches. So let's see. So to make it easy for everyone, SW1, SW1. Yeah, SW1. Let's call this one S2, W2, SW2, save. And this one, you guessed it, SW3. SW3. Now, before I apply the Ether channel, that's why I'm trying to see, okay, in your opinion, which one is a root bridge?
Switch 2.
Switch 2. So that's true. So if you go to switch 2, you go, for example, in the command line, and you say show spanning tree protocol. So right away I can tell, like you said, this is the root bridge because designated, this port designated, and this is designated. And you could go up a little bit, you can see there's no cost. And this is the MAC address for it. So let's copy it and paste it right here. And the reason why I want to see each cost while we're doing without Etherchannels. So just to have some kind of comparison. Same thing. If I go over here, I'll go to command prompt and apply the same command, show spanning tree. So I'm going to take reading for spanning tree before and after, before implementing Etherchannels and after. So I can say we have over here, we have designated, which is this, and this is basically what? That's a root port right here. Then this is the MAC address for SW2. This is the MAC address for this switch. So I'm going to click right here and copy it. And you can see the cost here is 19. So at this point, I can take this one here and paste the MAC address. And switch number 1. Okay, I can say show spanning tree, and you can see over here, this is port number 3 is blocked. It's not forwarding. And F01, which is this is the root, and the cost 19. So, and this is the MAC address, by the way, MAC address of this switch right here. So you go right here, put the MAC address. So if I know the MAC address already, so you can predict this is going to be the root bridge. Because this has 0090, 00A, this has 0001. So pretty much we know this one here. So now I need to implement, let me put this one here. I need to implement the Etherchannel. So what I need to do, I need to add more ports. I can do one. First of all, whenever you do Etherchannel, it's better to do it multiple of 2s because you're going to create a balance, load balancing. So you're not going to have like odd number with so it's going to be multiple of 2s, like 2, 4, 8, blah, 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 blah. So at this point, we need to select 2 right here. And also we need to select 2 in this end. We have a 3. We're going to put 3 and 4 here and put 23 and 24 in here. So this way I will remember. This is 4 here, 4 here. And the reason why I'm doing that, I'm trying to do it consecutively. So whenever I configure them, so I can use the interface range. Instead, go and select individual ones. So over here we have 24. So we're going to do 23 to 23. 23 to 23. Okay. Now, so far so good. It didn't change the outcome. Still, this was the root bridge, and it's not going to change. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this. Okay, first of all, we need to decide, well, we'll decide as we go. If I'm going to use an LCP or I'm going to use back P. So first of all, I need to go to this interface, and I'm going to create Etherchannel or channel group, they call it. So before I do that, first of all, I need to go select. I need to select the ports that are going to join the group. So I put interface range FA0/1/2. I'm going to shut down those ports because whenever you do the Ether channel, it's that for the port to go up and down, so it's better to shut them down first. Okay. Then we need to do the channel group. So put channel, which is channel. I don't like this command because does not has, when you put the tab on it, does not complete it unless it put channel, then G, a group, and you give it a name or a number actually. So channel group, we call it 1. Now I need to select the mode. You get 3 options. You can turn it on, or you can do auto, desirable, and so on, or passive or active. So if you put question mark here, you're going to give you a lot of options. Now, if you put active, that means enable LACP unconditionally. See that? That's the active. If I put auto, it's going to be back P, and this is basically the Cisco implementation. So if I'm using Cisco router, I expect to use their software. But doesn't matter. You can use either way. So actually, we're going to do one link LACP, one link PGP, and one link on both sides. So this way we'll get a chance to use all of them. So on this one here, I'm going to use the word desirable. So I put desirable and enter. Now, nothing's happened because it's the interfaces are down. Okay. So if I go at the end of the command and I put show ether channel summary. Well, and it's going to give you the status is down, which is it's obvious is down because we shut down the ports. So now I need to go back up. Copy run, store, copy running config system, why not? Okay. So now I need to go back to config T, and I'm going to go to the interface range FA0/1 -2. Well, before I do that, let me go to this switch right here. Well, that's fine. I can select it. Let me go and implement it in this switch too. So since the interface is down on the other side, so go config T, and I can do interface range FA0/1-2, and I'm going to create the channel group over here, channel G group. Now, if you put a question mark, you can name it whatever. You have a bunch of names, like range from 1 to 6. So I think then the group number is pretend to per link, per switch. Okay, so I'll put 1, then you put mode. Now, on the mode, we use on the other side desirable. So I can use desirable, or I can use what? Auto. There's auto and this. Now, if I use desirable in this one here, then on this switch right here, on switch 2, I cannot use passive because it will be a different what? It's a different standard. It's not Cisco. So if you use desirable on the first switch, we expect you to use auto on the other switch. So, or desirable. So I'm going to use auto. Okay. Then we need to make this one as we need to go back to interface. Well, let me exit this one here. Exit. When you go to the interface, and we need to make this one as a trunk. The whole channel, I need to make it trunk. So how we do trunk? Interface, port, channel 1, and we're going to say switch port, mode, trunk. Okay, now we say exit and WR to save it. Now I'm going to do the same thing in here. First of all, I need to say no shutdown. Okay. And also I need to do why is still down? Change status to up. Oh, it takes time, I guess. Now I need to do exit. I'm going to do the same thing. I need to go to interface, interface port, channel 1, and we need to enter, and we say switch port, mode, trunk. Now, of course, over here, you can, after that, you can put switch port trunk, allow whatever VLANs you want. But at this point, I have only one VLAN, so I don't have to worry about it. So now I can say end WR. So notice now, notice what's happening. Before, I used to have this one blocked. You see, it was blocked right here. Now it's blocked in here. So if I go to this switch, before it was, this is the root bridge. It was the cost is 19. So if I do right now show a spanning tree, okay, so what's the difference we're gonna have? So do you see now I have the this one here is the Etherchannel, and this is the root port. And notice now the cost dropped from 19 to 9. Okay, so almost half. And the reason why, because now we can tell now this one is combined the 2 bandwidth into 1. So the cost was 19, so almost divide by 2, you get 9. That's the cost. So let's go back here and see the status of the Etherchannel. So if we put show Etherchannel summary, so now we can see. Okay, so this is we'll see that the protocol is we use it is pack P, and we use, this is like it's a full, it's a participating in the fast Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2. So those are in the port channel, and that's what the P stand for. P means what? In port channels. Okay, so that's working. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, or this side. Okay, so let's go back to switch number 1, and we need to select the participant. The participant port on this leg is FA03 and 4. So therefore, I go and now before I go further, any questions? Do you have any questions? Chat, chat, chat. Okay, so no questions, that's fine. So we go over here to switch number 1, and I do what? The following. I go to config T first. And we're going to do interface range FA0/3-4. That's the range. First of all, I need to shut down these ports. Then, after we shut them down, we need to configure what we call channel group. So put channel group with a G, and now we need to name it 2 because I named it the other one 1. This is 2. And what's after that? We need to do the mode, and we have some options in the mode. So if you want to configure this one with LCP, that's fine. So to do this one, LCP, what mode I need to do? I use active or passive. That was for to make it as completed as Etherchannel. So I'll put
Active and active.
Or active. So when I put the active, enter. So if put the active, passive means they create some kind of negotiation between them. Okay. So this is up, but we need to configure also the exit. We need to do interface. Let me see, interface. What do you call that? Port channel 2. And we need to make it trunk. So how you do trunk? Switch port, mode, trunk. Now we're gonna exit at this point. I don't have to exit. And the reason why, because I'm coming back to it, I need to go to this right here and do the same thing. We need to do enable, configure T, interface range, FA0/3. Is that 3? Yes. -4. And I need to create channel group. So put channel group 2 mode. What mode are we supposed to put? What we put on the other one? We put active. So put passive here. Okay. And we need to create the trunk. So we go exit, interface. That interface, we call it port channel, I believe 2. And we're going to do switch port mode trunk. exit one more time, dot, show Etherchannel summary. Of course, I don't want to hit end because it's down. I know it's down. But if I go back here and I say no shutdown, and I go back to here and enter, and it's still down, still down, still down. Let's see. At least I know it's LACP, which is correct. Still down. Did we shut down the F04 on that switch? No. Let's see, fast forward. Yeah, I'm afraid though. So, switch port trunk. Oh, my fault. It's still down. So we need to go to interface, exit. My fault. Interface range FA 0/3-4.
Oh, shit.
No, we say no shutdown. No shutdown. Okay, now it's different. Now you go back here and you can see. Okay, now it's up. See that? Now it's up. Fast forward. Yep. Now if you go back here, say end show Etherchannel summary. Okay. So we have LCP, which is this one here. Now, before we have, this is the root bridge, that was blocked in here. Now it's not. So if we go over here and we put show spanning tree, what's the idea here? We can see the port channel 2 is the root bridge, which is this. It's through this is the root bridge, and before this was the root port. Remember, this was the root port before we apply this, because before we apply the ether channel, that the cost was 19, and this is 19, and this is 19. So now because we put this one in there, now the cost is 9. So I can go this way and this way because this is 9 and this is 9. So that gives 18 versus the cost of 19. You follow? So that's why
Gotcha.
the F023 is a blocked alternate. It's blocked at this point. So now, question to you: if whenever we apply, we need to bundle this one together. Once we put the bundle together, are we going to have the same result? The answer is no.
No.
Okay, that's true. So I need to go over here and create the ether channel for this link right here. So let me mark the one we did, ether channel with the blue. It's not going to be fancy. So that means ether channel on both sides. So now I need to go over here. So let's go to this switch. And we need to do enable config D. What we need to do, interface range FA 0/23. So I plan it that way to put consecutive. I can put more. Let's put 4 of them. See what. So I got 23. Oh, I don't have 23. You want to put more channels in there? Why not? Let's do that. Just for testing. Okay, so okay, so I can go 23. I can put 23. I can put 22. Okay. And I can put 21. 21. Okay, 21. So now I have range between 21, 22, 23, and 24. I want to see the cost for that. What's going to happen? It was 19. So 19 divided by 4 is going to be what? Close to 6. No, by 4. So it's 4. It's going to be close to about 4. Let's see. So if I go to this switch right here, let's see. Okay, so we're going to put interface, this time range. I want to put F0 slash what? 21? All the way to 24. We need to shut down first. And we need to put them on the ether channel. So how we do that? We can put channel group. And we have all this is 3. Upload. Okay, which one are you going to use? Cisco, you're going to use what? You see which one you're going to use?
Let's use Cisco.
What is it?
Cisco.
Cisco. Okay. What's desirable? And say A. Put channel and Facebook channel A. Now since we are here, we need to go exit. And then we need to do interface. Towards channel 3, switch port mode, trunk. Exit. Yeah, we can do that. It's not here, I don't have that actually. Okay, I'm going to go to this side and do the same thing. Right, my nose down, but all we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to big, we're going to interface, range. We need to like a F8 slash 21 all the way to 24. And what we're going to do is this selection. We need to create channel group out of them. We need to bundle all in one logical port. That's what we're doing. Channel, bundling the physical port into one logic. So channel group. What we got call this one? 3? Call it 3. We're going to do load. What's the load? We'll put the desirable. Let's put this desirable. Desirable work. Let's see. Okay. And we need to exit. We need to make it trunk. So we're going to do interface. Port channel 3. Switch port mode. Trunk. Okay, so that's awesome. And now I need to go back to the other side. Turn the interfaces up. So your interface, well, first. Interface range. Fastest than 0/21 to 24. This time is no shot. Now I'm going to bring that interface out. So again, show Etherchannel summary. Okay, so that's what I'm going to see. It looks like what's working there. So you see that? That's the port 3. Stand up. Okay, that's up. So, I go over here. Notice we're going to have the same outcome this time as before with this Etherchannel line right here. And the reason why the cost is more. So, I should have created those four over here to see the impact of it. But it's okay. So if we go back here and do a show spanning tree. Now, the root rate is port number what? 3. This is right here. That's the root port. And the cost is 7. And wow. This one, this one, this is port 2 is designated port. Okay.
Right.
So we got 7 instead of we expected to have 4, but it looks like we have 7. So anyway, so we're going to do 1. If we do 1, this is 7. This cost is designated is 9. To put 4 here and 4 here. And 2 here, then it's going to change the outcome, I believe. So this is basically what how you configure video channel. Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, you always follow the rules, and then what was we saying about that? For example, you need to have the same, all the channels are supposed to belong to the same VLAN. You need to be the same speed. That's why you use gigabit over here. It's I like to use the same speed. So actually, let's expand on this idea. Let's see. I select multilayer switch, which is this. What's going to happen? Let's see. At this point, if I find 2 gigabit right here, this is gigabit. This is 2 gigabit here. Okay. So this is drunk. How this is unless if I link here. So link here because this one doesn't have gigabits. So anyway, I'll bundle this one. So let's see how that can work. So same process. So we'll go over here. We need to do the same thing. Now, of course, if this is not going to have any impact on the loop because this is going to consider it as one link. Okay. Now, if I put another link here, yes, then we're going to have an impact. See over here. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. I can do that. Let's see. We can do this one. Let's play with it. So let me go back here. This is we did the 1 and 2, 23 and 24. So what happened if it's not gonna work? You think it's gonna work if I put connections between here? Oh, gigabit. See, this is all gigabit. So if you want to connect through this one is gonna be what? Well, I can do gigabit to gigabit. That's fine. So gigabit 3 to gigabit 1 and 2. That's good. That'll give me an idea. Okay. And 4 and 2. Now let's have a different. Now we have a different perspective. Okay, let's see. So this is 1 and 2, and this is 3 and 4 to 1 and 2. So let's go back to, let's configure this guy here first. Because, okay, mister, here we go. Put your power on. Well, let's call this one, yeah. Device still booting. We call it MLS 1, Multilayer Switch 1, and this is Multilayer Switch 1. Save. So let's see. Okay, I see it's blocked here, because this is considered like you got a spanning tree here. This is a loop here. This is a loop here. So what we're gonna do, we need to shut down first to combine those together and make those together. So let's go back to this one here first, and need command line. We need to config T, and we need to say, wow. Config T. So I need to choose the interface, gigabit. No, interface range. Gigabit 0/ oh, this is different. This is 1, gigabit 1/0/1. See that? So it's very important to select the right port. Because on a multi-layer switch, we have gigabit 1/0/2 and /1. So now we select the range, what we're supposed to do with that range. Well, first of all, we need to shut them down, shut down.
Yep.
Then I need to create Etherchannel. So we're going to put channel group, and we create 1 and 2 and 3. I'm going to call this one 4. And mode, I like the C active. That's LCP. Okay. And we need to create what we call trunk, right? So the trunk in here is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to go exit. And let's say we need to go to interface, port channel 4. And we're going to do switch port, trunk, encapsulation, .1Q. So always you do encapsulation in the multi-layer switch. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Now, I can make it trunk. Now I say mode trunk. So you have to put the trunk encapsulation protocol first on the multi-layer switch. So this is done on this side. Now we go exit, and we're going to do the same thing on this side, which is gigabit 0, 3, and 4. So interface range gigabit 1/0/3-4. Let's see if it doesn't shut it down. What's going to happen? We need to do channel group. Where's the L? Where's the L, mister? Group 5. Mode. Desirable. Let's put mode on. Put them on. That's basically you hard coded. On. Okay, so we did on. And we need to go exit. And we need to do what? Interface, port channel. What number is that? 5? Yep. 5. And this is what we're going to do, switch port, trunk, encapsulation, .1Q, then we do switch port, mode, trunk. Awesome. So we did this side, this is end, but we need to do it on the other side. If you do this trunk in here, it's going to do, okay, let's see. So now I can go to, sorry, I need to go to this side here. Enable config T. We need to go interface range. We need to select the gigabit 0/1 in here. So gigabit 0/1-2. And what we're going to do with that, we need to create channel group. Channel group. What channel group was that? 5? Doesn't matter. 5. And we need to put mode, put the mode on. So let's see if that works. Exit or end actually. Show Etherchannel. So Etherchannel. Ether. Channel summary. So 5. So it looks like gigabit 0/1, 0. Okay, this is still on standby right here. See that? So what's S? Layer 2. Ooh, layer 2. Layer 2 for S. So this is participated, but Y2 is not. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, notice here what this says. It's not PGP, is not any, okay? It doesn't have a protocol. So looks like they don't like that. So let me see if I can go to, okay. Doesn't look like we created a channel in there. Let me see the other side what it say. show, we need to say show Etherchannel summary. Yeah, this is PPP right here. It's 5. It's okay. This looks okay on this guy here. Okay, so we configure this side. We need to configure this side. This is what's left. And we need to go to config T. Oh, enable first. Enable. Config T. And now what we need to do, select the range. Interface gigabit 0/1 dash. Range first. Range gigabit 0/1 dash 2. And that's what we're going to do, the channel group. Channel G group. What we call this is for? I think it's for mode. What we put in there? Is that passive? Let's say passive. Okay, so it looks like it took it. And well, before we do that, we need to go to config T again, and we need to configure that as a trunk. So we need to go to the interface port channel 4 switch port mode trunk. Okay, and so now I need to go over here and go to config T and interface range. I need to put 0, 1, 0/1 and 2 and bring them up. So interface range gigabit 1 0/1 dash 2 and oops, gigabit, oh sorry, gigabit 0/1/0/1 dash 2. That's correct. Now we're going to say no shut down. Now it's up. It's coming up. And shows, well, Etherchannel summary. Okay, so we have 1 and 2 is up. This is up. Okay, this is LCP because we have passive and then passive. Okay, so now, whoa, look at this. Let me see. If I put show a spanning tree protocol, so I got designated and root. So 5 is the root, which is this. How is 5 is going to be the root? The root port. What is blocked right here? And this one 4 is designated. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's what they're telling me is this is the root port right here, the root bridge right here. And the cost is 3 to reach it. But something wrong with this one here. I see what the problem is. Something is not, it's fishy over here. So I'm gonna go and redo this one here because I put on, maybe that's what the problem is. If this is the root bridge, so therefore, the cost to go from, if this is, they say, a root port, if this is 5 is a root port, then Why is amber over here? Follow what I'm saying? It's like a block. So let me go back to this guy here. Why this is blocked? Let's see. So, how am I gonna do that? So config, back to config T. Let me make this one. Let's see if that makes a difference. Does it say S? S means what? S is suspended. And that S is suspended. Is it? We have two S's. Which one is which? S is why here? S is suspended from. When I say S is, say layer 2 and S suspended. So let's say I stand by. Yeah, this is a small s, this is capital S. So they don't like that. So let's see, let's go back to config T and see if that we fix it. Config T interface range gigabit 0/1-2. Let's put channel group 5, right? This is group 5, and it was on. So mode on. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to say no channel group groups. Okay. And I'm going to repeat it and take the no out. And take the on mode on out, input desirable or something else. Question mark. Okay. Desirable. Okay, so over there is going to tell me problems because up and down because it's a different one. So if let's see. And let's shut those down, shut down. Oh, we go. So I'm going to fix this problem right here. Same thing. We need to go config T. And what we're going to do, interface range. Which one is this one here? Oh, gigabit 1/0/3-4. And we're going to do channel group. Channel group. Oh, what is it? Channel group 5. Mode on. We're going to take it out, right? So we need to correct it. No. Group on. Okay. And this one, we put desirable there. We can put auto over here, and we need to put here, take this one on. Channel group 5 mode auto. Okay. Then we need to end it and write it. And now we need to come back here to this switch here and say no shutdown. No shutdown. Okay. Fast forward. Now we got a different scenario. Well, let's see. We have still the same result as before. If we put end and put show spanning tree, and this is the 5, which is cost 3, and now it's working. See that? So now it's working. Now what we're going to do is show, like we did before, show Etherchannel. Oh, summary. Sorry. Summary. Now we're in business. You see that? That's the 5 right here. Which is 5? 5. It doesn't have S. It's not suspended. So they don't like to hard code it because we hard coded it, put on both of them. So, and it tells you the protocol that we use it. Okay. Any question about this one here? So how you like this one here? Question?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you do that as a test? No? I'll give you a simple one. I'm not going to complicate it for you. Should I? I don't know. Some of y'all like challenge, some of y'all not. So you want what do you think? Do you understand the concept first? Right? That's the most important thing, what the objective. The objective is to combine physical ports into what? Make them logical ports. And also you need to know the rules to create those ether channels. They're supposed to belong to the same VLAN or trunk, and they're supposed to be the same speed. That's why I selected the gigabit here, and over here we did the fast Ethernet. Because the multi-layer switch here, they don't have fast Ethernet. That's why I cannot mix with fast Ethernet. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, we got you.
Okay, now I think I
Yeah, it went out for a
pressed the
minute.
wrong buttons by mistake. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so what we're gonna do is we end it right here. And if you have a question, we can continue.
No questions.
So tomorrow we'll give you a small test like this, maybe like 3 switches instead of 4. And we'll go from there. If you don't have a question,
Okay.
have a nice afternoon or the rest of the day.
Thank you.
And we'll talk tomorrow. Tomorrow
Yes, sir.
the test is
See you
the
tomorrow.
same time. What is it? Question for you before we leave. Do you want to start the test from 8 till whatever? Or you want to start the Cisco time like regular and the server?
Regular.
Regular, okay. I'll go for
Regular.
regular, that's fine. Because I know people that don't like that. Okay, so on Cisco test will be at 9:25 on the online test. And after you're online, you're gonna go and do what? You're gonna do the skill test. And whenever you do the skill test, like just a reminder, you go to this user right here, this head right here, and you put your name in here, your full name here. You say okay, and after you save it, you upload it. Don't zip it, okay? Some people they send me a zip file. This is not a C#. Just save it and send it as is. Don't
Okay.
zip the file. This is just one file. Whenever you want to zip something, you zip like a video, like file or something, or multiple files. Okay, so if you don't have question, have the rest of the afternoon. Have a nice afternoon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right. Any question?
Thank you, Mr. Charif. You have a good one.
No problem. Thank you. Let's see.